Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Nowadays everybody's on the web. Athletes, celebrities, businesses, even teenagers and housewives and old guys like me. And you know who else is on the web? Terrorists. And they're trying to promote themselves just like businesses and pop stars do. Hamas posts videos of themselves firing rockets at Israel, even though those rockets are usually pretty ineffective. We've seen videos of Al-Qaeda training out in the desert. We've seen suicide bombers making their final speeches before they go out to blow some shit up. And we've seen recruitment videos by these terrorist groups. And now ISIL is posting their videos up on the web, and their videos of massacres, of them killing people, cutting off their heads and just murdering a bunch of captives. And they're trying to, of course, promote fear, but they're also trying to make themselves look attractive to, I guess, psychos. And these videos, along with their very easy conquest of parts of northern Iraq, have given the impression that they are some kind of fearsome and implacable fighting force, the likes of which we've never seen before. Well, don't believe the hype. Northern Iraq was ripe for the taking. Nouri al-Maliki, whose only goal was to ensure his own power, and certainly not to make Iraq a better place to live in, had alienated the Sunnis completely. And so they were not about to fight for a government that they detested. So when ISIL rolled in, they certainly weren't going to fight. He had also replaced any competent leadership in the military with his hacks. So when faced with actual combat, they turned tail and ran. There is one story that 3,000 Iraqi troops ran away from 800 ISIL fighters. So ISIL's advance toward Baghdad was pretty much uncontested. There was very little actual fighting. But everybody was, oh, they're taking over. But over the last few weeks, things have changed a little bit. The Kurdish fighters, backed by the U.S. air power, have challenged ISIL fighters in several areas, and each time the ISIL guys have turned tail and run themselves. So yes, these guys are fanatical and savage, and they delight in committing atrocities, and they are a threat which needs to be dealt with. But as a fighting force, they're nothing special. If we chose to send in our troops, we would simply whip their asses. But that's not really in the cards, and it shouldn't be necessary. What needs to happen is for the Iraqi forces to set up, and last weekend, for the first time since the invasion started, Iraqi forces did step up and drove ISIL away from a town that they were besieging. Hopefully, some of the other countries in the area, like Jordan and Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, whatever, they need to join the fight. After all, this is their land. It's up to them to defend it. We'll provide the air cover and intelligence, and if they do step up, pretty soon the world will see these guys for what they are. Not a superhuman fighting force, but a ragtag group of fanatics who seem tough when the going is easy, but as soon as things get tough, they just run away. crying for their mommies. Thanks for listening.